What up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Funboxing with Will. I'm your host, Will, with H2O Film and Photo, and today we're going to be doing another EDC review of a pocket knife, folding knife that I've recently picked up and have grown to enjoy quite a bit over the last week. It is the original by Kizer. It is a push button lock, and the version that I have is actually the XL Titanium version in S35 VN steel. They do make multiple variants of this this model in different materials, but we're going to go take a closer look at this particular model right over at the top-down setup here in just a second. So let's get into that review, guys.
Christmas is coming, yeah. Start sending your letters off to Santa. Christmas is coming, yeah. Better be nice if you want your present.
Alrighty, everybody, well, before we get into the video, I just want to go ahead and take a brief moment to thank all of my viewers, anybody who's just stopped in to check out this particular video or any of my other videos. I super appreciate you, and there's a huge announcement. I finally, after 3 years, have hit 1,000 subscribers. So what I'm going to be doing as a thank you to all of you guys is I'm going to figure out this week how to do my very first live stream, and during that live stream, I'm going to go ahead and do a giveaway for a folding knife that I'll announce during the live stream, just as a thank you, you know, and then you guys can go ahead and enter to win the drawing, and I will go ahead and give away one of these knives that I own to a lucky winner. And again, it's just as a thank you, basically, for all of you who have either just checked out my videos or actually subscribed. And if you like EDC content or tech review content, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button, and turn on those bell notifications to get notified when I put out new content. I try to put out a video at least every week, if not 2 weeks. So there is much more content to come, and again, thank you guys so much. I never thought I'd make it this far, and I'm so thrilled. So we're gonna go ahead and get over to the top-down setup now and check out this Kizer Original Push Button Titanium XL version. So let's get over to that top-down setup and check it out. Alrighty, everybody, now that we're over here at the top-down setup, we can take a closer look at this Kizer Original XL Titanium version. Now, they do make multiple variants of this blade, and I have looked into purchasing this one particular knife for probably about a year now, and I've just been waiting. This model came out on sale a couple weeks back for, I believe it was $127. I paid for it from Blade HQ, and I couldn't pass that deal up, so I went ahead and got it. I really have been enjoying a lot of the Kizer push buttons, and just push buttons in general are some of my favorite locking mechanisms on pocket knives. I really enjoy, you know, access bar locks, compression locks, you know, push button locks, and my favorite so far has recently been, I've recently come to really enjoy the Shark Lock from Demko, and just the ease and intuitiveness of use, how easily it is manipulated and used when you pull it out of your pocket, you open it real quick, you use it, you put it away, all one-handed. And another benefit of these locking mechanisms is that there is no putting your thumb in the blade path like with a liner lock, where you have to put your thumb in front of the edge of the blade, basically. With these, you can just close them one-handed and never have to worry about your fingers getting in the way. And I really enjoy those type of locks. So the push buttons that I've had from Kizer recently, I've never had any issues with them. They're all pretty solid. I've never had one disengage on me or fail. So until that happens, you know, I've never tested the actual limit of weight that they can handle before they break. I believe there's some videos online somewhere where you can find out, you know, which locks can handle what amount of weight, and I'm pretty sure Blade HQ has put some YouTube videos out to the public for that kind of information, but I've never actually tested any of it. I just really enjoy the locks. This particular version is the titanium version with S35 VN steel. It's one of my favorite steels. I've mentioned this plenty of times before. It's a very well-rounded steel, pretty easy to sharpen, holds an edge forever. It's pretty durable and fairly corrosion resistant. So I live in Arizona, which is a really dry climate. So the corrosion resistance isn't like a necessity for me, but I do appreciate it in case I ever do, say, go to a lake or, you know, wherever. Just because I live in Arizona doesn't mean we don't have, you know, rain or wet areas some places out here. So I do appreciate that corrosion resistance. I really am a lot more fond of this frag pattern than I had originally thought I would be. I've seen, you know, dozens of knives over the last 2 years or so that have these frag pattern scales, and I've never purchased one just because I kind of thought it looked kind of tacky, you know. I know they're popular, it's just my personal opinion. I never really aesthetically appreciated the design, you know. But once I got this in hand, I really fast realized that this is super practical as far as like texture wise, being able to keep a grip on the blade and not having to worry about it slipping, and yet it's not rough enough that it's, you know, a pocket shredder or painful to, you know, hold in any of its, you know, when you're holding it, it's not uncomfortable, there's no hot spots, it's really nice. So my opinions about frag pattern scales have recently changed, and I really do like this milled clip that they've included with the mostly recessed screws there. It's doesn't cause any problems coming in or out of the pocket, and it stays where I put it, which is really, really nice. Other than that, it's on bearings. I'm pretty sure it's ceramic caged bearings there, so it's not going to be, you know, meant for as hard use as something like a liner lock would be, or I'm sorry, a frame lock would be, or something of that nature, just because it's going to be easier for debris and stuff to get in those bearings there. But, you know, just with a little bit of cleaning and maintenance, it should be easily taken care of if you ever did get something in those bearings. So I do believe this is coming in at like 3.5 ounces, I think. I'll have to double check real quick. But it is fairly lightweight, as they have skeletonized out the scales in there. I think, there you go, you can kind of see that. They've made it, you know, a lot lighter that way. And so that's something I also do appreciate with this design. And let's see here. See, okay, so I was a little off. It's coming in at 3.604 ounces, but that, in my opinion, is still very easily carried in pretty much anything. Like if I wanted to wear a pair of basketball shorts or gym shorts, go for a jog, this would not weigh down my pants. It would be fine to carry, and I appreciate that as well. So we're going to do a hardware check here, and I do believe everything on this is T6 or T8. The pivot is definitely going to be a T8, and you know what? It looks like these two pins at the very back, the two, yep, those are both T8, and then the pocket clip screws and the one body screw here are T6, I believe. Let me just double check this real quick and make sure this is, oh, that's loose. Okay, just noticed that was a little loose. I'm gonna have to get the handle for these out and test tighten that up a little bit here in a minute. But yeah, okay, so we're looking at T6, 2 T8, and then a T8 pivot. So for hardware, that's weird that they would throw one T6 in there amongst the rest being T8. Honestly, I would have preferred if they were all T8 on the body screws. They're just less likely to strip in the long run than a T6 would be. So it's fine that it is what it is. Plenty of brands put in T6 on their body screws, so it doesn't really bother me much. But I always like seeing it when I have, you know, T8s in the body, in the back spacer there. We're going to do a blade stock thickness real quick. This is a very good slicey blade. That's one of the things that I've really appreciated about this, is that when I carry EDCs, I generally enjoy them to be on the slicier side, and I really do enjoy how this blade performs in general. And we're going to come in with a we're coming in at 205 thousandths of an inch behind the edge there, which is super slicey. And then your blade stock thickness overall is going to be a 0.1080. So yeah, definitely a slicey blade there. Something that, you know, if that's what you're into, is slicier blades, it's definitely something that's going to suit your needs. If you're looking for something that's more heavy duty, hard use, this probably won't be the blade for you. And then last thing we're going to do real quick is going to do a size comparison. I have what I would consider to be a large glove hand, and I can easily get a full 4-finger purchase on this blade, even in the traditional saber grip where the guard sits there. So that is definitely, it's what I would consider to be a medium-sized knife. I'm not going to call this a large knife, which funny enough, it's called the XL version, and it makes me wonder how small is the original. You know, I've never held one, I've never seen one, but it actually made me curious when I opened this and you know, found out that this is the XL version. I don't think I would enjoy the original if it's any smaller than this. This is, you know, as small as an EDC that I'd like to carry. We're coming in with, actually, you know what? I didn't do a weight measurement here, so we'll get you a measurements too. We're coming in with an overall length of 7.5 inches, with a blade length of just under 3 inches, and then a closed length here of, where are we at? So 4.3 inches. So like I said, definitely going to be what I would consider to be a medium-sized knife. And then just to go ahead and give you a little bit more info on the size comparison, we're going to compare it here to some other popular EDCs, the Doug Hogue Ritter or the Benchmade Griptilian. You could use either one in this knife's position. And then here we are next to the Benchmade Bug Out. Coming in next to the AD 20.5, and then here it is next to the Rick Hinderer XM18. So as you can see, it's definitely not a small knife, but it's not a big knife either. It's what I would consider to be right in the middle, medium sized. And yeah, and it's perfect for, like I said, you know, jogging or going on a run and going to the gym. I've noticed that I've been taking this to the gym quite often because it's very comfortable to carry in my gym shorts. So overall, I would consider this to be, you know, a really good purchase, especially for the money that I spent. I'm not exactly sure what the non-sale price of it is. I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description to the knife. I don't know if it's still on sale or not at Blade HQ, but I'll go ahead and leave that link in case anybody wants to go ahead and check it out. And if it's not on sale, I'm sure it will be again soon. And at that price for $127, S35 VN, full titanium, push button, deep carry, you know, it's hitting all the marks there. So I really, really do enjoy carrying this. And that's about it for today's review, guys. So we're gonna get back over to the desktop setup so we can finish up this video, but I really do appreciate you guys coming here, checking out this information on the Kizer Original XL Titanium. So let's get over to that desktop setup. Alrighty guys, well that is it for today's review and video, the review of the Titanium XL Original push button by Kizer. If you like this information, as I said earlier, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button, turn on those bell notifications to get notified when I put out new content. Again, thank you all for 1,000 subscribers. This is a huge, huge landmark for me basically in this journey that I'm taking on YouTube. So it means a lot to me, guys, and I look forward to what's to come in the future. Other than that, guys, until next time, I hope you guys stay safe, stay creative, and stay sharp, my friends. Until next time.
Talk to me.